Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we are covering two essential ES6 which are the default parameter and the rest parameter. These make handling the function parameter much easier and the more flexible. Let's dive in. So before ES6, handling the missing parameter was clunky. The old way we are handling the default parameter like this, the grade, then using the variable and use the name, then given a default value. And this is good, there is no problem, and it's given actual output if there is no name available, and we get the actual data without any issue. So problem, actually false value like empty string get replace it. That's the problem. When it's get the empty string, it's actually replace the value. So ES6 gives us a better solution. The ES6 way, we don't need to use like that. We immediately pass the default value with the parameter also. Just simplify it. That's the problem. Sorry, that's the solution. The name with the passing the default value. So, and this is really helpful because we didn't lose anything here. If there is an empty value, then we get the cast as a default value. But from the older code, it's we didn't get the value because it automatically replaces the empty string. Okay, default parameter only pick in when the argument is undefined. Okay, when the argument is empty because we didn't pass anything here, then it's getting the default value. If we pass the argument, then the default value will be there is no default value. Just you get the current value. Okay, and second is the default parameter with the expression. Default parameter can be expressions, not just a static value. Okay, just think the using the expression like this one. You see, this one is okay, right? And you get the exact result what you want or what you actually understood from this function. This is get the random number method random, and no problem. Like the reference earlier parameter, you get this one. You see, and welcome. How it gets? Hello, Sarah. You notice? Hello, Sarah. Right? We passing the name, and then bind message is John. Welcome, and you get the welcome only. Okay. And also the call functions as a default parameter. If you want, like this one, you see, this is a function return the number or integer, and with this function create a product. In the product we get the name, price, we get the price from this function, and then when you are console log this, you get the price amount and the price name. Okay, this is a very good example for the default parameter with the expression because we are oftenly using it, and sometimes, but most of the use case we are used to it whenever we practice more, so don't worry. So okay, the rest parameter collect the unlimited argument into a real array. Okay, unlimited argument, just think this is the old way. In the old way, using the argument, what we did, let total, then for loop, and then return the total. But in the new way, because remember, when we don't want to change the previous value and want to include more data, then we are for looping it and get the argument with the total plus equal the shortcut plus equal, then we get the total value, right? But this is the old way, but new way, just use the rest operator. This rest automatically we get everything like number the reducer function and total sum and total plus num with 0, and this is great. Okay, and this is a really a great example. Like when we console log this one, you see sum 1 2 3 and we get the 6 with the 5 10 15 12 we get the, sorry, 20 we get the 15 50, and this is great. The numbers parameter is a real array. Okay, so you can use all array method if you want. Also, there is something the finding maximum value. If you want, use this one, the maximum. Just use the rest operator, and you get the value. It's automatically finding the max number from this array without storing any array. Isn't it cool? Also, you can filter it, and it's much easier than the before, right? Use the rest operator, then you are filtering with the reduce, and you get the some positive value, and you see this is the positive number from this array. Don't using the negative number. You see, we already set the condition if there is the value is greater than 0 and the minus 3 is less than 0, so that's why it's not counting and it's automatically calculate the value. Okay, okay, great. And the fourth is mixing the regular and the rest operator. You can combine the regular parameter with the rest parameter, but rest must be a last. Remember, this operator you can't use first because it's conflict your code if you are using the first way. So you always use it last. Okay, this would be a great, like, think, um, check this code. In the introduce, the greeting is the first parameter and the names is the rest parameter. I mean the last parameter, and this is a great. And when you are using this, notice this one is the greeting part, the first parameter, and the last is this. Okay, when you are using this, the team numbers, you get the team number as a greeting, and the names rest up with the rest parameter, you get these three names. Okay, and this is a great example for the grading introduce and the calculate total number. Okay, good. Important note here, only one race parameter and it must be a last. Always remember, only one race parameter and it must be a last parameter, not the first parameter or middle parameter. Okay, now the combining the default and the race parameter together. So both, actually use the both together for maximum flexibility. Suppose we want this, check the add to cart, the user ID, discount, and the rest parameter. Okay, you see, we already set the discount as a default parameter, default value, right? And also using the rest, and we are used to it in the future. And in the real world project, we more oftenly using this concept. So don't worry, just practice it. This would be a great for you because it's really, really important to understand here what is happening. Okay, this is not a big deal. We already used to it how to create a function, how to pass the parameter, right? Just this lesson actually teach you how use the default parameter with the rest parameter, because this is really, really important in modern JavaScript. Okay, so the key difference for the rest versus argument. Take this function. Argument object the old way, what we did, like console log array is array, then argument, you get the false result. Need to convert to use array method first. Array dot from, then argument, then you get your actual value, right? With the race parameter ES6, you just pass this way. The array dot is array argument, it's give you true because it's already, you already get the argument from this race parameter. And the with the console log for the mapping, it's work directly without any issue. Okay, and the new way is this, and you get the actual output whenever you execute this function. The important note is error function don't have arguments, remember, so rest operator are essential. So that's why we are using the rest operator, and the argument only except for old way regular function, remember this one. So okay, so today what do we cover, let's recap. We covered the default parameter, set default that trigger only when undefined, reset parameter, collect the unlimited argument into a real array, and thirdly, how to combine both for flexible functions, right? This feature make your code cleaner and more robust. In the next lesson, we will explore the spread operator, which looks similar but works in reverse. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next lesson.